Yasu Malagedo. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Coronavirus, part 2. My Corona. I heard somebody made a song out of that. They changed the lyrics or some shit. I don't know. The point is, guys, since I talked about this a month ago, it has gotten way bigger than it already has. Okay? So, I thought I'd give you some updates. But just let me say this right off the bat. Calm down. Okay? I know people are dying, and I know people got to be contained in their homes, and we're all starting to go a little stir crazy, and we're hearing weird sounds wherever we go. The point is, you have to maintain some composure. Will Ferrell style from Old School. Just relax. Don't worry. We're going to get through this. It's okay. Okay? But you got to stop touching your face. You got to start washing your hands. And some of you out there, I'm just going to be honest with you. I take public transit all the time. Some of you guys got to start showering. Okay? So consider this a huge wake-up call for a lot of people out there. But in the end, just make sure you stay clean. Okay? I don't know how often you touch your face. You know, how often do you blow your nose and, you know, you look at it after and you're like, oh, this doesn't look right and there's too much blood. And, you know, just make sure you stay clean, okay? It's like Mr. What's his name there? The Trudeau's son there. I don't know. You know who I'm talking about. Our prime minister, okay? Comes out there and he says, you know what, guys, just stay inside. Just stay inside. Mr. Prime Minister, I sort of agree with you, but at the same time, a lot of us still have to go out there and make a living for ourselves. Sure, you're going to promise us some money coming up in sometime in April, and we're going to cash in on that. Of course we are. Of course we are. And then we're going to hit a whole new recession like you wouldn't believe. But it's true. You do have to stay inside when you can. But most of us don't do our little speech and walk inside back into our mansion. Okay? We still got to go out there. Still got to pay bills. Okay? You seem like a good dude. Okay? I've seen that clip of you fall down the stairs there, you know, a fake drunk, whatever. It was okay. The best advice I can give to you, sir, is first of all, whatever that shit is on your face. I don't know if it's a goatee, you fell in mud. I don't know if Sons of Anarchy is coming back. There's a Canadian version and you're applying for it. I don't know, but just get rid of that shit, okay? And just keep this in mind, okay? A couple months ago, you know, you got caught wearing some interesting costumes there. So let me give you some advice. Try to avoid putting more black on your face. Okay? Just have a clean shave. Okay? Just, you know, go out there. You know, we know you got time. Okay? You know, those speeches you give, they're only a few minutes. Okay? The irony is if you take one of your costumes that you did where you look like Aladdin and you take that whatever facial hair you got on your face, you combine those two together, you got the bad guy, Jafar. So all I'm saying is just come out there looking very professional, like a prime minister would. Remember how your father would, you know, with a nice little rose. And just leave the beards to professionals like me and Paul Bunyan. Okay, good. So, like I said before, everybody's freaking out. Everything's changed out there. We're just running scared. We don't know what to do. I think a lot of people out there are just, you know, freaking out. I think they've seen one too many TV shows, Walking Dead, whatever the fuck fits your fancy. Before I said everyone, is starting to look like ninjas. Now it just looks like fucking, I don't know. Every time I go outside and walk on the sidewalk, I miss playing Nintendo, Shinobi, and all this shit. And oh god, it is driving me nuts. And even this one guy, I literally saw him jogging, which I've never understand the concept of jogging, a man my size, but. A lot of people seem to be doing it more for some reason. I don't know why. You're seeing a lot more joggers out there. I don't know. Maybe they want to be more fit. If they die, it's like dieting before a wedding. You want to look good just for one day. Sure. But this one guy, he is literally, running down the street. The whole spandex bobsled look going. And he just literally starts like kind of lunging his knees, and he starts doing like karate chops and shit. And and then Bruce Lee showed up and said, "Boys, don't fight back." I think we're just going a little bit overboard, okay? But I live in the beautiful city of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, planet Earth. And well, we'll find out. Like after all this shit, we're gonna go to Mars anyway. So, the point is, it's a beautiful city. It really is. But you step outside now, especially downtown, and it is just, it's that extra quiet. It really is. Like there's not a lot of businesses that are open. Let me give you an example. So, I don't mind McDonald's. And it's always funny too when, whenever you see a bigger guy say, "Oh, I'm not a fan of McDonald's," there's always some asshole laughing in the background going, "Yeah, right." And it's true. I will take a Wendy's burger over McDonald's any day. Whopper, of course, and even Dairy Queen fast food. They make a great burger, very underrated. But that's not what I'm getting at. I'm getting at the fact that you cannot even sit down in a restaurant anymore. I went to a Harvey's about a week ago. Harvey's makes your hamburger a beautiful thing. They really do. I prefer pickles on the side though. Anyways, you go in there and it's just like a straight line. Everything is boarded up. You can't sit down. You order your food. You wait about 15, 20 minutes for them to make a burger. And it's quiet. It's so quiet. And all you want to do is just sit down for a little while, maybe use the bathroom. And that's another thing too. I do my errands. I got to go out. Eventually I got to take a piss. That's all I do. I'm not shitting in public toilets. I've already discussed that in my past podcasts. I'm not going to go through this shit again. The point is, eventually you got to take a piss. And none of these restaurants, none of these stores, not a nothing. Nobody will let you go to the bathroom. I met up with one of my companies about a day ago or whatever the fuck. I don't remember. It's causing memory loss. And I'm like, "Can I just use your bathroom?" "Oh, I'm sorry, our bathroom is not working." So in my head, I'm thinking, are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure I'm seeing a couple people here. And you guys seem very happy. And there's no way that you could be at work for at least 5-6 hours and not have to go pee at least once. Because I see you guys drinking your Diet Cokes. And, that shit just goes right through you. Coffee, Starbucks. It's like a laxative after a while. So I think you guys are just, playing it safe here. Which, in many ways, I don't blame you. But at the same time, you're running a business. And you gotta let these people piss. Okay? So what did I have to do? I'm not ashamed to admit this. I looked around, I looked left, I looked right, I see an alleyway, I went in there quick, boom, piss. Love it. Mike Myers was right. I saw him in an interview years ago and he said, "This is a great city." And I'm kind of quoting him. He said, you could be out late at night, downtown, 2, 3 in the morning, and you can piss anywhere. And by golly, Mr. Myers, you can piss during the day as well. You just got to make sure no one's coming and blah, blah, blah. I'm used to this shit by now. But again, it's just insane. It's insane. Same thing with Tim Hortons. Everybody loves a good cup of Tim Hortons coffee in the morning. Get your morning right? If you're a morning person, you like to wake up and stupid shit like that. And, again, it's all boarded up, you know? And a lot of these places too, you got to pre-order before you go in there. And it's just insane. Like some of the stores that you go into, they require, I believe, some kind of weird check, you know? It's not like they pat you down. It's not like you're going to a club or nothing or, any bullshit like that. But, I went to a simple place called, what's it called? A bank. And, I'm right at the glass door there. And the guy just, gives me a funny look that I'm used to. But then he presents a piece of paper right on the screen, just slams it right in the glass like that. And we got good sound effects here. And it just says, please answer. And he's like, please answer the questions. I'm like, yeah, I understand English. Thank you. So I see the first question. Number 1, have you been in contact with someone that is confirmed to have the COVID-19 in the last 24 days? Where did they get 24 days? Who the fuck knows? I just misread it. It says 14. Whatever. How the fuck did they get 14? Again, who the fuck knows? Anyway, so I'm just reading. I'm like, okay, no. For some reason, I just realized this. They have 4 questions. The first 2 are number 1. Then it's 2 and then 3. So, okay, this is what we're dealing with, guys. You're lucky I don't name the bank, but I don't know. Blue. Okay. Have you traveled outside of Canada, including to the United States, in the last 14 days? No. No, I have not. Last time I went to the States was in, I'm gonna guess the last time it was Easter. And if you read, or if you listen, because I'm not much of a reader either, but if you listen to the webcam podcast, you'll see why I went to the States, and you'll see the great result after. The point is, no, I'm good there. So, number 2, which is really number 3. Have you been in contact with someone who is ill with a cough and or fever and has traveled outside of Canada within the last 14 days? Again, I'm going to put no. I mean, there's a good chance I have, but, am I going to dissect every fucking person I come in contact with? And am I going to be like Columbo and just interview them, for days on end? Well, just hold on. I got a few more questions here. No, I don't give a shit. So no. And last one, number 3, which again is number 4. Do you have any of the following symptoms? Fever, difficulty breathing, a new cough, muscle aches, fatigue, headache, sore throat, runny nose, or diarrhea? Now, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. Pretty much on a daily basis, I have all these symptoms anyway. So I don't know what the difference is between, the coronavirus and what's it called? Life. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think I have a fever. I don't have diarrhea today. So I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to put no. So if I go in there, I get to, get my money that I deserve. I got gloves on. I just want to point this out too. Like, this is, again, I've always had a problem touching like door handles, okay? And there's no fucking way I'm the last, or if any other person out there that feels the same way. There's no way, okay? Now, ladies, I'm sure your bathrooms are way more cleaner than ours. I'm not going to dispute you on that one for sure. But if you go into a guy's bathroom, I mean, like first of all, if you're blind and if all your senses are heightened or whatever, you're gonna smell that shit right away. It hits you like a punch in the face in bathrooms. It just does. And a lot of you fuckers, you don't wash your hands. You know that. So even if I take the time to wash my hands, and here's the topper too. Think about it like this. When you wash your hands, okay, in a public bathroom, okay, when you turn on the faucet, your hands are dirty. So you're touching the faucet, dirty hands. Wash your hands, and you're gonna use the faucet again to tighten it up, close it. So in many ways, you're touching dirty shit anyway. Defeats the whole purpose. So then you got to face your biggest challenge. How do I approach the door handle? Now, a lot of times I wear gloves anyway. So I got the gloves, I'm good. Worst case scenario, I take a piece of paper towel and I use it to open the door, fling open the door, throw the piece of paper towel behind me in the bathroom, so I don't throw it out there. I don't look too crazy, of course. And that's it. So if you ever go to a bathroom and you see a paper towel right inside the door there, that was me. Now, I had to say this. We have to keep washing your hands, okay? Not too much, not too hard, not too soft. Just right, And they say you have to wash your hands to the alphabet. That's what I've heard. Which seems a little bit long, but let's just try this out, Just bear with me, There's only 3 people that listen to this podcast, so fuck it. Let's just do it. Okay, here we go. So, got a little hot water. That's all good. A little cold water, not too much. All right, I'm gonna grab my little bar of soap here and let's do this. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z, or Z if you're Canadian. Now I know my ABCs. Please, Corona, stop fucking with me. And that's it. Now, I'm not sure if that counts with the soap or you have to rinse. You see, I'm rinsing after too, so I'm not taking any fucking chances. Fuck this. So there you go. We're all done there, and yeah, that's it. It's that simple, folks. I hope you've enjoyed the experience as much as I have. Yeah, it's ooh, a little vanilla. All right. Yeah, that was all right. So, we've done the first step. Now the second step is to wash your face. Now, I'm not going to do that. I just sat down. I'm too fucking lazy. The point is, just stop avoiding touching your face. Now, I don't know what the specifics are here. Like, if your eye is really itchy, shouldn't you scratch your eye? No. Should you pick your nose? You shouldn't do that anyway. I mean, Seinfeld taught us that. At the same time, should we put our fingers in our mouth? No, we don't really do that anyway, unless you have a oral fetish, I guess. In the end, just stay clean. It's too many fucking factors here. I mean, worst case scenario, get one of those, stupid masks. I always stock up every time I go to the hospital or go to my see my doctor. Because what happens is they always put you in that room by yourself. They say, okay, he'll see you now, but then they stick you in a room, because they like to fuck with you. And, you're there for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes. Who the fuck knows? And, you get bored and you just look around. And, look, I'm not going to lie to you. I go through the drawers there. That's, hey, listen, if it ain't locked down, it's up for grabs. So all I'm saying is this. If, a few masks go missing, who cares? They're not going to care. They probably order this shit in bulk, at fucking Costco. You know how these doctors roll. And that's it. Just protect yourself. But here's the thing I don't understand about the whole glove and mask thing. Now, I stocked up on a couple days ago. I got those, kind of gloves that, they just, the little quilty ones, they're only like $2 each. Even on the finger and the thumb, they have a thing where you don't have to take your gloves off to work your phone, because we can't live without our fucking phones for more than 6 seconds. And, it's convenient. It really is. So that's all I need. That's it. But a lot of these people, they're going all the way with this. All the way with this. I was at work a couple weeks ago, and the one guy showed up. He looked like I thought they were taping Breaking Bad again. He showed up full uniform there, the whole like outbreak look, and the mask and all this shit. And I'm like, okay, it's either that or he's gonna go paint 10 houses. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. So, I'm like, cool. If you're comfortable with that, if you can, still get dates, good for you. But you want to get these gloves, okay, I get it. You get the plastic gloves. If you want to get the purple ones and live a little bit, that's cool. If you want to look like you're making me a sandwich, that's fine. I don't care. Extra cheese, extra sub sauce. You know how I do. And, just, again, but, you got to watch out what you touch. And that doesn't mean you can touch your face after. So a lot of people always forget that. And the sad fact is, I guess it does sort of prevent, the spread of germs, sort of. But here's the thing, though. Like, I was on the subway the other day, because my Bentley was in the shop. And I see a woman sitting there, she's just wearing sweats and whatever, she's got a purse that's like half the size of her, God only knows what the hell she's got in there, but anyways, but she whips out an orange. I'm like, okay, that's cool, but she's wearing a mask. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, so you go in the subway, you take the time to put on the mask. She also has a hood on, nothing special, just whatever is on her sweat or whatever, but your hands are exposed. And I'm sure she's touched her purse has touched the seat. The seat is, probably been pissed on so many times, whatever. You're like, who knows? But you're peeling the orange there. It's not like it's already ready to go. It's not like you just take a quick little thing and, 5-second rule on your finger, pop it in your mouth. No, she's taking her time. It's like she's in a park bench on a beautiful day, just, getting some vitamin C. And at one point, obviously, she's got to take off the mask. So what's the point of the mask if you have to uncover it to eat? And I also noticed that she had a cane. So God only knows how many germs are on that handle of the cane, spread up. It's forget it, man. I'm not Bill Nye, the science guy. I'm just thinking. I'm just riffing here. Yeah, but at the same time, you got to think, like, you got to go either all out or not give a fuck. That's it. It's that simple. The only plus thing is that you can definitely now get a seat anytime during the subway. Again, I don't know how often these things are clean. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's quiet, man. You go out there, it's like a ghost town. It really is, And for those of you who live in Toronto, the beautiful city of Toronto, you know how busy it can be, especially, like early in the week and late in the week. And it doesn't matter if it's like 1 p.m. or 5 p.m. or even 7, 8, it's still going to be busy. But now it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. Now a lot of people are working at home and hopefully they're getting paid, or a lot of these people are just getting laid off. It sucks. And like I said before, there's a thing coming up in April where it's going to help a lot of these people out. They can register early. And hopefully in the next couple of days after that, they can get paid. So that's great. At least there's something, they can get after this. But holy shit, like how long is this going to go on for? They canceled hockey. I'm Canadian, that hurts. They canceled basketball. That also hurts. Raptors won the championship last year. I wanted to see if they could repeat. A lot of people think they can't do it without Kawhi. Bullshit. We got the best bench in the league. Yeah, I said it. Probably soccer will be canceled this year. I'm not a big soccer fan, but I look forward to the Euro Cup and World Cup. I'm half Italian, which means at least one team made it. And I'm half Greek, which means, you know what that means. The point is, that 2004 was a great year, huh? Okay, that's never going to happen again. The point is, that'll probably be canceled too. Euro Cup, all the shit that's going on over there. It sucks. It really does. I know what you're thinking. Okay, you're going to miss a few games, sport events, whatever. You're going to miss baseball. I don't give a shit about baseball. The point is, it really, come on. I can only watch Family Guy so many times. I love Family Guy. Don't get me wrong. Okay? All right. Hey, Peter Quagmire. I was just wondering when this coronavirus is going to go away. Hi, I'm Cleveland. Okay, so I would say out of the four, my Cleveland needs work. But the point is, I'm starting to go a little stir crazy, as you can tell from this podcast already. We still got a couple things we got to go through, so fuck it. But at the same time, they say stay inside. Oh, we got to get some fresh air. No, stay inside. No, I got to get some milk for my cereal. No, stay inside. No, I want to get laid. No, stay inside. But she can't get out. Okay, the point is, we got to find a cure for this shit. Okay, so from what I've heard so far, the one guy that was originally diagnosed in Italy or something like that, he was quarantined for like 18 days or something. He's starting to look better, and I think the numbers are finally starting to go down or stay steady in Italy, and it's a whole thing there, and it just, it sucks, man. It really, really sucks, Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm an only child. I love my privacy, but not this private. I still want to go out, and I got a birthday coming up. Truth be told, not this Friday, next Friday. I'm having a birthday party at my place. I don't know if anybody's going to show up. I don't even know if people are going to show up and cough right in my face. Happy birthday. I don't know. A lot of people have already canceled. They said that we can't make it. Why? You know why. Coronavirus. Of course. I understand. I get it. But here's my theory. If you don't have something, why are you being quarantined? And I get you could use the other way. You could say, hey, if you go out there, you could be exposed to something. I could be. Guys, let's keep in mind that SARS is still going on. Okay, we had to put up with that shit in the early thousands, and after 9/11, like people were sending envelopes to people with powder, and and people were disappointed because it wasn't filled with Coke, and it was a whole fucking thing. And that's still going on. What was it? Swine flu that lasted 2-3 days, and we're still stuffing bacon in every fucking thing we eat. Why? Because it's so fucking good. I had the best potato salad with bacon yesterday. Oh, Madonna mia, it was beautiful. Anyways, what else did we survive? A whole bunch of other shit. SARS. There you go. Remember SARS stock? How awesome was that concert? I went to that concert. Best $28.50 I ever spent. I saw the Stones live. I saw AC/DC live. I saw Rush live. I saw it hosted by the God himself, Dan Aykroyd, and James Belushi. Those guys fucking killed it. And, people were worried about this shit, and people were just partying. Now I get it. This is way more serious than that. I get it. I'm not stupid, sort of. But, it's just insane. People are not living their lives, and maybe it hasn't kicked in for me yet. I don't know. My mom, I'm not going to lie to you, she's overseas right now. She went to Greece. Why? Because she can. She's retired. She deserves it. She deserves to go over there and have a good time. And she's like, I don't give a shit. I'm going over there. Bah, 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 bah. You know, people that know my mom, you can't tell her shit anyway. And, you know, she's having a good time. And then weeks later, it starts to get serious. And she emails me, stay home. I got to pay rent. Stay home. You know, and you're a typical Italian mother. You know, she's like, oh, don't worry, we'll order some, you know, some food for you. Because I'm anorexic here. And don't worry, we'll get you a whole chicken. I'm like, wow, really, the whole thing? Cool. So, yeah, but again, like, you know, her mood has changed. You know, and that's the thing with like when shit like this happens. Like, you know, people at first are like, I don't give a fuck, and then slowly they turn. Yeah, Three Stooges, inch by inch, and it's that reference is over 100 years old. But the point is, and I do say that a lot, but the point is that you do have to be aware of everything that is around you. Of course you do. Of course you do. But at the same time, you still gotta go out. You still gotta go out and get food. I mean, you can order shit online. God only knows how much these online companies now are making, like Fresh Direct and Groceries to Go, and I'm just making up websites, but I'm sure they're out there. You know, and Netflix. You know, Netflix is definitely cashing in on this shit. You know, Disney Plus, Hulu, Amazon. I mean, all these guys are, you know, forget it. I mean, they're laughing all the way to the bank now. You know, nobody wants to leave their fucking house. I do. I just want to go to Walmart and, you know, not get into a fight with anyone, not end up on World Star. And, you know, and unfortunately, the last couple of weeks, I've had to go to Walmart. You know, I've been working on a couple frames and, you know, pictures, you know, for my place. You know, got to get some hobbies in life. Sad ones, but, you know, what are you going to do? So I get the stuff. And, you know, probably got some chips too. Some beautiful potato salad there that they have with, it's made with the dill. The dill makes such a difference. I mean, dill is a very underrated spice. The point is, I'm in line, okay? And no one else is in line. You know, I'm the last person to go into this line. And this woman pops out of nowhere, okay? Just like fucking Houdini. And she's got a handful of stuff. And she's right beside me. So I'm thinking already, oh shit. You know, she's like a third the size of me, you know, and she's like, you butted in line. I'm like, excuse me? You butted in line. I'm like, miss, there's nobody behind me. I was the last person here to go in line. Where's your logic? And then she pushes me. And I mean hard. I'm talking Marty McSorley hit in the 90s. Like, yeah. And it was pretty impressive considering her size, my size, and the shit she was holding in her hand. And she, you know, ironically almost pushed me into Mars. And of course, I'm not going to do shit, okay, because I'm a gentleman, okay? You know, if she was a guy, it would be a completely different story. But anyways, yeah, and I'm just, you know, behind her, and you know, I'm just minding my business. The line is slowly moving, and she kept saying, "Don't touch me, don't touch me." Now I don't know if she's talking to me. I don't know if she's talking to the guy ahead of her. I don't know if she's talking to one of her personalities. I have no idea. Okay, she's just breaking balls like nobody's business. Okay, so you know, being the 10% prick that I am, you know, obviously I can't do anything. You know, like I said, if it was a guy, you know, might have ended up on YouTube. Who knows? Something in the air in Walmart, by the way, it just brings out the worst in people. I don't know what it is. It's like, I don't know, maybe it's like the scent of all the chocolates as you're waiting in that long ass line. They leak out and they go right into your nose. You know, like kind of a old cartoon style, and they make it float in the air, like an apple pie on the windowsill. Fuck. But I did something, you know. I'm not saying I'm proud of this, but you know, I don't regret doing it. I just fucked with her a little bit. I just went Corona, and she kind of like curled up after. I didn't hear a fucking peep out of her after that. So the power of a cough, ladies and gentlemen, I've learned it can get you a lot of shit. Again, I will not abuse this power. I just wanted her to shut the fuck up, and so did a lot of other people in line. So the point is, you know, if you're in line in Walmart and if you know you don't deserve that space that you didn't get, you know, in line, just shut up. You know, like we're all there. We're all trying to just get the fuck home and get some stuff and, you know, get some frames so I can, you know, put my cards in. And that's it, guys. That's it. It's the little things. It's the little things. And like I said, I went there a couple days later because I ended up needing some more frames and some more potato salad because it was so delicious. I'm racing to one line. You know, I see one woman there, and it is a classic, you know, kind of standoff. You know, I look at her, she looks at me, you know. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm not a fast person, but you know, for those first like, you know, 10 feet, I got you. And as long as I'm not running in sand, right, Dad? That's a long story. I don't know. I thought I could be my dad running in sand one day, and fuck, he took off like you know, Ben Johnson there. So, anyways, I know I was first in line. I knew I beat her in line. I knew it. I was there, man. I was in the zone. You know, I was like, you know, you know, give me the trophy, give me the Gatorade. I'm here first. And then I'm standing there. She again, she's right beside me. So this time I'm ready to take in the push. You know, okay? So because I don't know what, you know, this woman's gonna do. I don't know. I mean, she might know karate. Who the fuck knows? So then she looks at me. You know, just like, you know, one of those laser beam stares. You know. And I look at her and I just shrug my shoulders. I go, I know I was here first. Then there's a silence. And then she looks at me with her laser shooter eyes and just almost burns a hole in my head. And she goes, you know what? I know I was here first. I ain't gonna put up with this bullshit. You know what? I'm gonna go in the other line because I don't need this. Like she just kept talking, and in my head I'm like, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. And again, I'm like, what the fuck is in this air that we call Walmart? You know, and again, like, it's always funny too because I think a lot of people know nowadays, like, you know, you can get like taped, you know, on anyone's cell phone for anything, and even I'm aware of that too. And you know, I'm just like, yeah, I just want to go home. And even when I was in line, like I got my basket at the bottom there on the floor, and the one guy accidentally hit it with the back of his foot, and he gives me a dirty look, you know, like I'm the one with the problem. And I'm like, Jesus, dude, look forward, like fuck off. Yeah, like I don't need this shit. Okay, I'm not gonna embarrass you in front of your woman or mother or whatever, whoever the fuck you're with here. I don't know. And you know, I just want to go home, man. So again, let me remind everybody: when you're in a grocery store, or especially a Walmart, okay? Maybe it's the color of blue. I don't know. It reminds people that the Leafs should be doing better. I don't know. The point is, just remain calm, okay? Just relax, okay? And then like a week later after that, I do some grocery shopping at a different place. And, you know, like all these places now, like you have to stand outside. You have to, because they only let so many people in the store. I went to the Peak Friends factory. If you know my little area, you know, you get discounts on a bunch of shit there. And the one guy, again, he's a security guard. I know what you guys go through. I get it. And, he's asking me a bunch of questions. He basically asked me all the questions that was on the fucking sheet of paper at the bank. And he asked me all that. I passed the magical test there. And he goes, you have to sanitize. I'm like, dude, I'm wearing gloves. He goes, sir, you have to sanitize. And I'm like, let me tell you guys something about hand sanitizer in my world, okay? I think that shit, even before all this shit, I think that shit is disgusting. I can't stand it. I don't like the smell. I don't like the way, it's like a grease, but it's slick and it's clear. A whole bunch of things are going on there. I don't like it. So I just wear gloves, okay? I'm telling the guy, I wear gloves. And then he kind of gives me a look. There's a 3-second stare again. I'm getting stared down by everybody. I don't know. It's like I feel like I'm in the Statue of Liberty. And, he's like, okay, go ahead. I'm like, cool, thank you. Then the guy behind me, he's funny, and he goes, hey, you're breaking this guy's balls about the gloves, like he had gloves on. Like, what the fuck? Who cares? Hey. And I'm like, sure. I just want some fucking cookies. And, that's not slang for anything. I really just wanted some fucking cookies. And I got some beautiful ones that were peanut butter and chocolate chip in the chewy, because the chewy makes a difference. You don't want that hard cookie. And, shit can cut glass. And so again, you can only let so many people in this place. And a lot of places too, they're not taking money. Not taking money. Oh, too many germs. Oh, gotta watch out for that. Okay, so we're not going to take money, okay, yet we're going to let people breathe freely in the air. Again, guys, we're half-stepping this, okay? You got to go all out with it, okay? Money is money, okay? Everybody loves money. Someone could hand me a $50 bill or even a $5 bill right now. I will fucking take it. Corona, kiss my ass. I am taking money. I don't care. Okay? But a lot of people feel differently. They feel differently. And a lot of these places too. You have to stand 6 feet from each other, even in line. It is insane. I went to a store and the woman told me, okay, I'm serving this person, when you reach the conveyor belt, whatever, you have to stand 6 feet. And she told me, you can still load your shit on the conveyor belt, but you have to stand 6 feet. Let me give you an example of what 6 feet is. Just bear with me. Hold on. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right now I'm 6 feet away. Okay? So at this distance, what I have to do is I have to somehow throw my food on the conveyor belt. Okay? Let me come closer here, okay? I prefer sitting in my podcast here, okay? It's not the best couch, but parents bought it for me. It's a little worn out. I'm gonna get a new one soon. As soon as the virus stops spreading in Leon's, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, so you have to put the food on the conveyor belt. Of course you do. So. You ever see the movie The Blues Brothers? Classic. Remember when John Belushi is leaving the jail and he can't pass the line, so he has to literally lean over to the desk just to sign it? That's what I felt like. I made that joke in line. The guy behind me, wearing a mask, by the way, he's laughing, and I don't know what the fuck to do. So of course I crossed the line. I'm like, lady, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Okay. Just because I'm Greek, it doesn't mean I'm fucking Mount Olympus here, okay? I'm not gonna fucking, throw shit, into the next world here. Hercules does not need no mask. So, putting all the shit there, fine. You bring your own bags now. Now, I do that because, stronger bags, I get a lot of shit. They can't help you fill the bags anymore. Okay, I get that. Not really. Considering that you're wearing gloves and you're protected anyway, it should be fine. It shouldn't be a problem anyway. So, again, what can you do? I just load my own bags. That's fine. But let me go back to the mask. Again, there's these cheap masks you buy for a couple dollars. There's the ones that they got the little circles in front. There's the ones that are made of that whatever stretchy material, whatever. There's ones that are huge and they got the circles in front. It's too much, guys. In the end, the cheap ones, they don't do anything. And people keep forgetting the point of a mask is not to protect yourself from something. It's supposed to protect others from you if you have something. Okay? Do we finally understand that now? Or, because I'm sick and tired of going on the subway and, listen, I'm just growing my beard out, okay? According to Jim Carrey and Seth Rogen, that's the best thing to do. But I'm sick and tired of going on the subway and people looking at me and, if I do a little cough, whatever, because, weed, and, because I don't have a mask on, don't look at me like I'm fucking Shrek, okay? I mean, just relax. Just relax. Relax. I'll be off in a couple stops to go to the next grocery store, which at this point changes every couple days here. God, let me explain this one. So there's a famous, drugstore that we have in Toronto. I don't have to say much. White, red. Yeah, you can put it together. SDM. The point is, you go into the store now, and when you're about to go in line, and I look down, and it reminds me of a floor in a hospital. It's very confusing. It really is. There's no organization to this. And again, it's the same thing. Stay 6 feet, behind the next person. Because 7 is too much, and 5, I guess you'll kill them. But yeah, so just try to follow the lines and see where you can go. There's certain grocery stores that they don't mind putting stand behind here on the tape. Some of them are just very cheap. I think they just go into the aisle, they get their own duct tape and just put it on the floor. There's one guy, it's like, okay, make sure you stay between the thing here, I'm like, listen, before you told me that, do you realize that I was literally a foot behind this one person? So you think me stepping back another 5 feet is going to save him? Really? 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 So I'm standing in this beautiful line, that at this point just looks like a box of Lucky Charms. And, I finally get to the desk there. And I don't know how to explain this, guys. Actually, wait, here goes. Let me try. So basically what happened was, like if you go to New York, you got the whole bodega stores. Now, bodegas is like a store that basically has everything. From toilet cleaner to already made hamburgers in packages. It's a beautiful thing. Now, there they have the whole plexiglass. You're supposed to put the item in there, then they turn it around, then they give you the money back, all this shit. It's very well protected. Okay, so I told people this years ago. Eventually, Toronto's going to end up like this. I just didn't think it would end up like this shitty. So basically, picture the normal desk there. You got the scanner, all that. There's a plastic thing right in front there. Now, this thing is about, let's say, 5 feet high and about 5 feet wide. Now, it kind of looks like a plastic shield. Someone just put a plastic shield right in front there, put a little hole at the bottom, and that's it. So keep in mind, everything above, everything on the side, even the little hole, is exposed. It doesn't matter. It doesn't do shit. Like, if I magically somehow sneeze, and if it catches on the plastic, the shit is still gonna go flying all over the place. It does absolutely nothing. Even when I went there, I had to put the items on the desk, and I put it around the plastic. She reached for them, around the plastic. Now, there's the little slot for money there. Now, obviously, where I put my items, I just put my card there, my money there. Oh, please put it in the little hole there. I'm like, it's already there. Oh, okay. Let me bullshit some more. So I go up to the window. I'm like, can I get a cheeseburger, fries, and am I too late for a Shamrock Shake? She has a little giggle. We have a little laugh, because I think in this time of crisis, we got to laugh a little. And I even told her, I said, how stupid is this? And she's like, it's just the way we do it now. I'm like, yeah, I literally came here 3 days ago. It didn't look like a fucking drive-through, but okay, you know. If this cheap piece of plastic is gonna save everybody, then boy, school taught me wrong. Because I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, this is just insane. It is absolutely insane. And I get how serious it is, but I would say for the last week or two, it's almost like I'm living a dream. It really is. It really is. And all you got to do now is just sit home and just relax and watch the news, which the whole hour takes up coronavirus. I just watched the news tonight, and the one woman was interviewing someone. She was, get this, she's at a spot. 6 feet away from her is the microphone that they put in a stand. 6 feet away from that is the guy that they're interviewing. Is this what it's come to? Really? I mean, I get it, guys. People are dying and getting sick, and, but it's just how much longer does this have to go on? And now I just got to stay inside, because I'll be honest with you guys, I've lost a lot of work because of this, and I'm still waiting for some stuff to come up, and a lot of us are waiting for that plan to come in April. A lot of us are applying for unemployment. A lot of us are just trying to save money. I got 12 cans of beefaroni ready to go in the cabinet just in case. Why did the chicken leave Ontario? It didn't. It died of corona. No, I'm just joking. But you see these stupid commercials. I mean, I don't know. They just set you up for shit. But I do have to admit this. This one commercial I did see. It's by a popular bank in Toronto, possibly Ontario in Canada. Very green themed, if you know what I mean. And it just shows a whole bunch of people waiting for shit. And what song do they play? All by myself. Now, one of two things is happening with this commercial. Either this is a hell of a coincidence, or they're fucking with people during this situation. I mean, this is, again, it is kind of funny, but the commercial, not the shit. I'm saying, I'm just, it's weird how shit works out. That's all I'm saying, But in the end, guys, I'm just trying to have some fun here with this podcast, and you do what you got to do to survive. Okay. I personally don't believe. I got to be honest with you guys. If you're not, infected, I don't see why you can't go outside. And some of us have no choice but to go outside. We got to go outside and get groceries and work, get that little thing called monies. And we got no choice. So, I mean, if you could avoid it, stay inside, but I don't know what to tell you. I really don't, I'll be honest with you. Even I'm getting a little worried. Not that much worried. I'm not going nuts or nothing, but it does make you wonder, how much longer is this going to last? And in the end, the best thing I can tell you is, I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, I find it weird that they say movie theaters are closed till April 2nd. Why that date? And then a lot of people are saying, oh, things are going to reopen again in May. And Malaka Trump there, I don't know, he says, don't worry, we're going to be just fine. It's we're just going to, play this out. Yeah, and then he says some racist shit, and a big surprise there. Don't worry. 4 to 6 weeks, we'll be fine. May, June, worst case July. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna build a wall. It's gonna keep the germs out. A little bit. Just got 10 feet higher. What a fucking dickhead. The point is, we don't know how long this is gonna last. Okay, so don't waste food. Stay away from people, I guess. I mean, but again, if you want, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Use your best judgment, okay? I'm not gonna say shit. You do what you gotta do, okay? If it feels wrong, it's probably wrong. If it feels right, it's, well, you know where I'm going with this. But, just in the end, use your best judgment on everything, okay? So, I don't know how much longer, guys, this is going to last. Not the podcast. I mean the virus. I honestly don't know. I really don't know. Hopefully I won't have to make a part 3 of this. And, yeah, I'll just say this. Be careful. Use your best judgment. Not just in life, not just for the virus, just for everything. Okay, if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. That's the best advice I can give to you for this fucking virus. Actually, another good thing that came out of this is Harvey Weinstein has got it. Jerk off. So, what did we learn? That we're all going nuts here. And in the end, just do whatever you can to stay safe, be well, watch some movies on Netflix, smoke some weed, have a couple drinks, don't drink and drive. We shouldn't go outside anyway. I mean, if you want to, I don't know, drive a go-kart in your lawn, I guess. No, you shouldn't do that anyway when you drive. Just, you know what? Stay inside. Just, if you can, stay inside. Okay? Honk your horn if you got it. And just do what you got to do to not get the coronavirus. Part 2.